It took 7 videos, but it's finally time to go to Lemuria. I spent a bunch of time just grinding. I mentioned in the previous video, I am only about 2 levels away from where I was at the end of my original playthrough of the game from a couple of years ago. First one, you go clockwise twice. It's important to start riding the volcano as close to the point of exit as possible. So you see there, you have to start right here. Oh, actually no, even better. So the point where you start is the exact point where you will end. And if you're not careful, your time will run out just as you start crossing that wave there. The first couple of times I did this, I got absolutely knocked aside. It was very frustrating. And it's back. It only lasts about a second. Hup. Hup, there we go. So you'll never go down any of these straight lines. You'll only ever go around the whirlpools or these volcanoes. If you aren't careful, touching any one of those straight waves, those straight currents, will knock you straight out of the whirlpool area. You'll have to start the whole thing over again. That was a close one. I think this is the last wave. Okay. Excellent. Now Poseidon is a very tough enemy. He can attack, I think, 2 or 3 times per round. His attacks include Watery Grave, which hits all of your allies, a basic attack, and I think one other greater attack that heals him. So the main thing to watch out for is Watery Grave, which can KO your whole party if you aren't careful. That's why we got those spirit rings earlier. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 people that can heal your whole party. Piers is not going to be very helpful for this fight, so I suggest giving him this, since his water attacks won't actually be useful against Poseidon. You can give your main character the monster whip, and I think the Tome Gather icon. That should give each of them a Mars attack that they can use against Poseidon. It also won't be affected by which gen they carry, so you're welcome to switch gen around depending on which of these gen abilities you want them to use. In general, I don't like using gen abilities mid-battle because that reduces their effectiveness. But it can be useful to deal a lot of damage all at once. Between Meteor, Judgment, and her attack, forgot what it was, Thor, they can deal 400 to 700 damage to a monster like Poseidon. And he's got about 6,000 health. Possibly more. I've just realized I don't really care. So as a point... yes. So she's my fastest character, so I'll let her keep the spirit ring. That way she can make sure to heal my people in the first round before any secondary attacks go through. She's my second fastest and equipped with another healing ability, but that will only come back once she gets all of her Ginny back. So, wish me luck. There it is. Judgment, Meteor, Trident, Thor. You only need to hit him with Trident once. Man, Aqua attacking second. That was lucky. Hit him with that Meteor. See, 1,000 damage. So that's 1-8, 1-9. Love Judgment. So that's 2-6 damage. Ah, Ice Missile. You can actually learn that technique if you switch your gen around correctly. Okay, so we can hit him with Ragnarok, Serpent Fume, give ourselves a heal, then with a Heat Juggle. I figured I'm not going to skip any of the boss fights anymore. Ooh. Ocean Fist is another one. Here it is. 100 damage a hit. It's a crazy amount of damage. Ooh dear. Yeah, definitely watch out for this one. Counter Rush lets him counterattack any ally that hits him with a damaging attack during that round. And he still has access to his base attacks as well. And it's very easy for him to deal damage to each and every one of your allies. Just like that. How do you still have access to Douse? It's crazy. So if you aren't careful, if you don't have your people healing every turn, a counter rush like that, followed by a watery grave, can generally knock out most of your party. From the looks of it, Typhoon Blow is a 3-hit attack. So if he targets your main character, it'll only hit him and the person immediately next to him on either side. Only recovers 10 HP. Snap. There we go. Nice. Don't ask me why killing Poseidon summons a bunch of stones, but you get the synergy to destroy them in Lemuria, so you're fine. Also, this leads to a special exit on the left-hand side, so if you ever want to get back to Lemuria, you don't have to do the whole puzzle again. That's the main reason to kill Poseidon, I would assume. Alright, so now that we're here, once we get grind, we get through there, and so many ships. So if you didn't go visit the interior after getting Parch, you can do it here. So you'll go downstairs, I think it's through here. Yeah, let's do it from here. Check this out. Mist potion. Nothing can really hurt me that much, but the mist potion is for healing your entire party by a whole lot, all at once. It gives you a lot of extra health. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Yep, they spotted me. Yes, we are. Oh, wow. As if they could stop me. His name is Hydros, and I named him Agua. Both their names mean water. See, what does that mean? If they're peaceful, doesn't that mean that they won't attack no matter how angry they are? I feel like they're bluffing. I can see no reason not to. We won't get in trouble, will? Yes, you will. I'm kidding, they don't. Nobody cares that we just broke into this place. Yes. Yes. Alright. Ew. You stop saying that. Saying alright is not part of my deal. Yeah, that should work. Ooh. You can't really see it, but the spot is glowing. Now that I'm here, it's time to do this. Yes. Alright, so check this out. All my people are healed. So as soon as you can get to Lemuria, you never have to spend money on an inn again. I mean, once again, I have no lack of money, but even then it's not necessary. Okay. First try. Three Jupiter, 2 Mercury. Eclipse is actually pretty strong and very well designed. Moving on. I'm gonna get a bone if I dig in. The bone is worthless. The implication behind what Agua is saying here is basically that imagine going to Atlantis and it's gorgeous and beautiful and everything's great, but to the Atlanteans or to the Lemurians, they're basically staying in a third world country compared to where they used to be. It's heavily based on Atlantis. Mostly because it's Greek, they use a senate, like Greece did back then. Rome as well. So even though they have a official leader, there's also a small center of government that makes most of the decisions anyway. Alright, let's go. Yes, a completely worthless rusty sword. Once again, most of the weapons I can get from here aren't as good as the weapons I actually get from that fountain. And the ability to just save and load kind of overwrites any ability to fairly run through sections of the game. Let's see, hard nut. Yuck. Okay, oh, still got a hard metal left. Weird. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing more I can actually get. The only real item I can think of that I didn't get from there is something called the Fireman's Staff. And I don't think it's any stronger than what we've already got. Here we go. Who did I give lash to? Oh, I don't do that yet. Oh, this is sad. Yeah, it turns out Agua is the standard video game protagonist. Or anime protagonist. Mind read. There it goes. I'm currently watching this one YouTuber that I'm quite fond of. She's a sci-fi fantasy author who does a couple of videos every now and then on Chinese culture or general cultural inspirations in different fan media. Probably going to butcher her name if I try to say it. So as soon as I figure out how to put a link into a video, I'm going to put her link up there. Definitely watch some of these videos. But what I find funny is the video of hers that I'm watching now is the cultural inspirations in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I know you haven't seen yet. You've been meaning to, so you watched a couple episodes. But the main thing is she mentions a coup, or coup d'etat. And as part of a coup, she mentions how it's the constitutional overthrow of a government or leadership. And then she stares at the camera and goes quiet. There's a lot happening in this section of the game. I think I'll cut out the audio of that section from earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, he's using, I guess, a technique. Who knows? He's a weird dude. I don't think he actually knows any synergy. Ooh, here we go. Okay, I think the king is going to let us sleep in here. That's 2 lucky medals I have now. Yeah, definitely going to use those later. Nope, don't care about this for LEMURIA. If you want, you can read the section on your own. Alright, time to go quietly. Yes, I am Lord Terror. So it would, Your Highness. No, actually, no. What kind of voice do you think you'd have? One of those, so it would, Your Highness, kind of voices? Or one of those posh, suave British accents. The ones they always give to poncy-looking dudes like this, with thin mustaches and high eyebrows. He's definitely voiced by James Earl Jones. I'd have him voiced by Ian McKellen. Yeah. Just to be fun. I really don't know why I can't just introduce myself. I expressed general confusion when the tsunami hits me earlier in the game. And at the end of the game, I talk up a whole storm. But I can't spit out my own name. I mean, my character clearly has his own beliefs, his own system of personality. People react as though he does. And he definitely had a lot to say in the first game, so it does make sense that he'd suddenly become mute. Same with Isaac, actually. It actually... I'm replying to a message by you. I'm just telling you that I'm recording the video for you. The LEMURIA video. Just bear with me, I'm quiet this whole section, but it'll be great. That wasn't magic. He didn't snap the lights off and this display on. He snapped his fingers and some idiot had to turn the lights off and turn this display on. He's a king. He's not technologically advanced. So LEMURIA, not Atlantis. This actually looks very close to the current world map. Yeah, looking closer, there are a couple of differences. That landmass in the middle, I think, doesn't exist anymore, and those masses off to the left are further away. I don't get this guy's determination to lie or to ignore the evidence like this. It's weird that a lot of people believe lighting the lighthouses would have destroyed the world. If I remember correctly, Isaac's team, their whole plan in the first game was to stop the lighthouses being lit. But every time they got there, the lighthouses were already lit. And then they had a big punch-up on top of a lighthouse. Very similar in this game. Except this time we're the ones lighting up the lighthouses and we don't have punch-ups up there. I'm kidding, yes we do. We fight Saturos and Menardi at the top of the Wind Lighthouse. And we fight the Doom Dragon at the top of the Mars Lighthouse. That's going to be fun. Evil, yes. So alchemy is actually advanced technology. When you play Dark Dawn, you learn that through the power of alchemy, Kraden becomes almost immortal. He doesn't age at all between the end of this game and the start of that game, which is something like 30 years. Maybe not so many years. You play their children in Dark Dawn. Terra's children, Isaac's children, all their children. And in that future they have access to airships and steam mobiles and all kinds of other technology that they don't have access to here. Things like the Gibombo statue, which were basically leftovers from the alchemy age. Right, so if you remember that building I entered earlier with all the old men and that map in the middle, we can't get in there anymore because now all those old men are fighting each other. This is the first time someone's actually mentioned a specific synergy to me. I think this in Reveal, maybe. I'll take that. You have to give grind to an Earth Adept. Time to bail. Now that I'm healed, I'm going to use up my last 2 lucky medals. Ugh, I can't. There we go. Now he's asking me for help, but I'm a mute. See? How rude. Anyway, so you come back in here after that adorable exchange. You just grind on this nonsense. So this is ancient Lemuria, which is somehow even older and more ancient than the current Lemuria, which is already hundreds of years old. See, they even have a fountain with the dragon statue. Alright, so you're going to come down here, free that idiot. Use that very cool tremor synergy we learned way back when. Here we go. So you go here, carries you straight through, and you pop in here to go to Lemuria. But we don't want to do that, we want to leave. So we come down here instead, and it takes us right out. So with grind, you can now access this little area here, which I'm going to do now. I'll do it on the next video. Let's head over to Champa. Do the save, sell off those items, and hopefully this video isn't too long, because it looks really long. I've been recording for almost an hour now, so if this video isn't actually as long as an hour, and you know why, it's because I cut it. Sell. Sell, sell, sell. No. Sell, sell, sell. Sell you, sell, 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 sell. Okay, I'm taking this. So I'm going to go here. No, we're going to the Sea of Tan. Ooh, idea. I'm going to go there. Here. If I remember correctly, these are the idiots that robbed the first half of this of the treasure island. Save. Yes. I'll see you on the next video. But first, I need to make sure if you actually want to see any of the story bits. So I'm probably just going to skip over them if you don't want to see that.